From the Oklahoma newsroom, this is an OU update. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Abby Bitterman, OU beat writer. Abby, Oklahoma getting ready to head to Baylor. Huge game. ESPN Game Day is going to be there. Undefeated Baylor, one-loss Oklahoma. Lots on the line in this game. But a guy that might not get a lot of publicity but could be very important in this game is the kicker, Gabe Brkic, a guy that wasn't the starter at the beginning of the year, but now he's been rock solid for the Sooners.
Oh, yeah. He's 10 for 10 on field goals this season. Played a big role against Kansas State. I believe Lincoln Riley said he was probably their best player on the field in that game. And yeah, with the way that both OU and Baylor have been playing lately, this game could come down to a close one and could put Brkic in a pressure situation. He was great in them against Kansas State. He hit that 50-yard field goal to end the half, and I already said he was 10 for 10, so clearly he made everyone he went out there to kick. But he didn't have to kick any field goals against Iowa State, but that was a one-point game. Yeah. Baylor beat West Virginia 2 weeks ago by 3 points, took TCU into triple overtime.
Right.
So these two teams have been in some very close games lately, and it could come down to a situation where you need a good kicker.
Well, the closest we've seen Gabe Brkic in a pressure situation, you mentioned the 50-yarder at the end of the half against K-State. Oklahoma needed to score two possessions late in that K-State game. They opted for a field goal, and he hits it to set up a situation where they had the onside kick. We won't get into that.
There's another video on that.
That's right. That's right. But he did hit that field goal. But that's the closest we've seen to pressure. And yet, this guy, when he's been out there, he's delivered for his team.
Yeah, and Lincoln Riley's said it before. He's a gamer. They put him in pressure situations in practice, and he's just as good as we've seen him in the games. And so, once the lights are on and the whole stadium's full, things can be different. But from all indications, he should be solid under pressure.
Well, and the last thing is, when Callum Sutherland gets dismissed, the guy that originally is the kicker at the beginning of the year, or gets suspended at the time, now has been dismissed off the team. People might have wondered, well, who do you have instead? And Gabe Brkic has made people, move right on from Callum Sutherland.
Yeah, and Lincoln was asked about that a few weeks ago, and he said that the original plan was to kind of, split some of the duties, not put it all on one guy, like how everything was pretty much all put on Austin Seibert. Mm-hmm. So the plan was originally to split some of the duties, but, I think that Lincoln and the team knew that they still had a really solid guy when everything started to come out about Sutherland.
All right, well, we'll see if there's a pressure situation. Again, Baylor's played a ton of close games. Yeah. It might come down to a kick in a very close game on Saturday down in Waco. Abby and the rest of the team will be there to cover it for you, so be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at oklahoman.com and every day in the Oklahoman.